All right, Leo, let's see what you can expect to happen in your career. Let's have a look at what you're feeling overall, and then we'll have a look at the future. Okay. Okay. So, Leo, right off the bat, I feel for a lot of you, you feel something out here is not fair. You may feel that there is injustice. Okay. You may feel you're not getting what you deserve, and you may still be sitting in that situation. Okay. Yes, you do feel like moving on. You do feel like, letting go of the situation. But I do feel at the same time, there is a lot of holding on to materialism, like, no, the job is paying well, or it pays the bills, or no, this job, I mean, whatever, right? Moving on to a new job, how's it going to be, how's the future going to be? So discipline is required out here, and a lot of willpower, determination, and focus is required to move away from something which is very, very materialistic, or something which is just keeping you happy monetarily. Okay, but emotionally you're not happy, because I see a situation quite over and done with out here. You feel it's over wherever you are, Leo. You feel you've completed a cycle and you need to move on to the next grid of your life, but you're not being able to do it, probably because you need to hold accountability for your actions, and bear responsibility for the consequences of leaving this job or business. Yeah. See, in your feelings, you very strongly, I feel, are releasing yourself from your head. Your feelings are telling you to stop staying in a restricted mode. Okay. A lot of you may be looking for jobs online. A lot of you may be applying for jobs online, but you're still investigating. You're still in that mode of like, I'm a little doubtful. Should I really be moving out? Should I wait a little longer? You could be waiting for something, because here again, the Two of Wands is telling me that you're sitting on the fence, not, you're wanting to release yourself from overthinking, releasing fear. But I feel that you're still sitting on the fence. I don't see you making that choice yet. Your intentions is still to hold back from making that big epic decision. Wherever you are, you could have been there for a very, very long time, Leo. Okay, whichever job or career you are in, you have been there for a very, very long time. It's telling me that you have the clarity in the situation, but you may be holding on to some kind of unrealistic expectations. Now, what you need to look out here is, Leo, is that sometimes we're overconfident. Confidence is good, but sometimes you can have overconfidence. Okay, like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to make it happen. This is going to work. This is going to work. I need to stay here. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that. So, what happens from the overconfidence comes unrealistic expectations. Okay, so it's very, very important for you to understand that your chapter, your role in this current job, business, career is done with, and it's time for you to level up. It's time for you to level up. But you may be doubting your intuition, you may be doubting yourself. For the others of you, I do feel you're overlooking the truth. The truth is in front of you. The universe has given you enlightenment. You have clarity about a situation, but you're still overlooking the clarity. Okay? That's what I'm getting. But it's time for you to make that big decision that you've been uncomfortable to make. Your next action, see, very impatient, very, very impatient. You're still not being able to, you're still staying in a bad situation. There is very deep stagnation. All right. It's like, should I not, should I not? I think you're coming up as very, very conservative, Leo. It's like, no, I can't make that switch so quickly. You may want to go around in circles in the same place that is not giving you growth, or that is not making you happy, but you'd rather be in your comfort zone. So I get a very strong sense of being overly stubborn, rigid, and overly conservative in your thoughts. It's time for you to kind of think differently, take that risk, okay, and move towards something better. But you're not being able to. I see that there could be an offer coming towards you, or there is some offer lingering in the scenes, behind the scenes, which you have in mind, but you're not yet considering. Okay, whatever offers coming on behind the scenes out here, or whatever opportunity that you're thinking of right now, apart from this, is something that you're neglecting right now. Okay, because you're too focused on the negative, you're too focused on what didn't work out for you, rather than focusing on, okay, that didn't work out, but something else new is coming and maybe that will work out for me. So you need to get out of stagnation, but I still see you as very, very stagnant. I see you as uh, restless, overworking yourself, and you need a break, or you need to kind of just let this go and heal, but you're not being able to cut it off. I think your flexibility is also required out here. Let's see. Now, sometimes for a lot of you, it does not always have to be that you need to let go of a job or shut down a business. It could also be you trying to do something differently, trying to take up a different role in the same company, okay? Or probably trying to work in a collaboration. I don't see a partnership out here, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Or probably it's just about the way you have been operating your business that needs to change, or you need to explore your opportunities overseas, expansion, growth, etc., which you're a little finicky about. So it can be in many ways. Okay, I'm just overall generally telling you what you can be going through. Yeah. So see, it's telling me it's time to go with the flow. If everything was okay in your professional life and all of a sudden there has been like a negative change or a negative shift that has come in intentionally, that's been put in intentionally by the universe in your life, in your professional life, because if they won't do it, you won't make a move. You know, if they won't do make this change, if they won't make you uncomfortable, you won't make a move. So there is something coming in, or there has been some clarity out here, there has been some disruption, hostility, or some kind of negativity in your professional life, in your job or business, which is forcing you, like, you know what, get out. It's time for you to get out. Okay. But I think you're very confident that you're making the right decision. Some of you may lack the confidence. It can be different for everyone. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, could be that for right now, you feel like, you know what, I'm done overthinking. I don't want to think so much about this situation anymore. Okay. Yeah. I feel what you're doing is that you're keeping an opportunity that you could be coming towards you. You're keeping an opportunity under wraps. It's almost like you're keeping something in the back burner. Okay. Not consciously working towards it. But for right now, I feel there's a lot of trusting your intuition. Like, you know what? I'm going to trust my intuition and I'm going to go along with this current job or current situation a little longer. But like I said, on the horizon, there is something that you really, really love, but you may not be considering it. Okay. Yeah. I think in your intentions, you're still choosing something in your professional life solely for the money. It does not have your heart anymore. Whatever you are pursuing right now, it doesn't have your heart anymore. It's not something that you're in love with anymore. It's kind of stifling you creatively. Okay, you feel your creativity is stifled. You feel you can't open up. You feel you're compromising your vision, but your intentions are still to kind of stay there. Yeah, see, Eight of Cups and of Wands. You are trying to convince yourself by creating some story in your head, like, you know what, it's not so bad. And with the Ten of Wands, you're still holding on to a burden. You're still holding on to unnecessary tasks, responsibilities that are not for yours to carry. You're carrying off a burden that you don't have to carry. You're staying in a situation that you don't have to do. But you're doing it probably because of ego, or because you're like, you know what, no, I can do it. I don't need help. Some of you have to start delegating responsibilities, but you're not doing it. You're not doing it. You're taking up more and more and more and more. Sometimes when we take up too much work, when we bite more than we can chew, it's it's probably because it's indirectly related to our self-worth. We feel like, oh, I went there, I did this, I didn't have time for lunch, but I still managed to do that. Yes, but it didn't make you happy. You'll do a lot of things through the day when it comes to your work, but none of it's going to make you happy. They're just achievements with no happiness in it. Yeah, very passive, very passive. You have an opportunity out here to pick something new, pick a new direction, but there's a lot of self-limiting beliefs out here. Like, I can't. Yeah, Nine of Cups. Could be that you are wanting your wish, For a lot of you, it's going to be different. For some of you, you could be wanting a wish, wanting like something that you really desire, like something new, but you don't want to work for it. You don't want to work for it. Yeah. So you're still not taking the lead role in your life, in your professional life. Okay. You're just being a follower right now. Let's see what the future is. Still stressing? It's over, huh? Whatever. A transformation is required out here. But for something new to begin, something old has to end. Let me repeat myself. This does not mean that you have to end your job. It does not mean you have to shut down a business. It can also mean you need to change your approach. Okay. It could also mean you need to open yourself up to new possibilities. You're holding on to stability and security too tight, which is making you very, very rigid. Okay. And this is not something small, this is big. It could be a new role or a responsibility that is coming towards you and you refuse to take it only because you have fear of new beginnings. That, see, open yourself up to options, keep your options open, keep your mind open. If there is definitely something that you want to pursue, you have an idea that you have an idea in mind, good, go for it, do more research. Okay. There is nothing wrong in keeping an open mind. There's nothing wrong in daydreaming, fantasizing, or wishful fantasy. Just see to it that it's grounded in reality. Okay. Don't just have make a lot of castles up in the air. And I feel you're not even making castles up in the air about something new. You're making castles up in the air about this old situation. Okay. That's what I'm getting. uh, you could be a little afraid. You could be like, oh, I wish I could just stay here. I wish I had no changes to make. A lot of you may want to rewrite the past. Like, oh, you know what, I wish I could have, everything would have been the way it was in the past. And for the others of you, there is a lot of guilt, regret. But I feel you're making a situation much more worse than it really is. It's not so bad. I mean, it may not be so bad if you choose to take something new up. Yep. Your advice, I'm getting two different advices. For some of you, your advice is to go back to what feels like home to you, maybe an old job. For the others of you, it feels like if you want to work from home, go ahead. If that's something you really like, Leo, go ahead, go back and work from home. But you'll have to boss up, you'll have to level up. Being rigid, not being flexible is not going to work for you. Some of you, it's talking about a partnership. If you had good, let me just put in a few points out here. If you were in a good partnership or a good connection with your ex boss, it may be asking you to go back to your boss, maybe asking you to go back to your ex company. If there was a venture that you started off with a partner, it's asking you to go back to that partner because things may work out very well with that partner. That's two things I'm getting. Okay. And for the others of you, it may just ask you to relocate or go back to home and start working from home. Yeah. Yeah. I feel that there's a lot of stubbornness and rigidity out here. Leo, a lot of you, unfortunately, may have realized that you made the wrong choice. There's something out here that's talking about a wrong choice. And it's like I'm getting like a fall from grace. It's like you were very sure and confident that you were right on top of the horse riding and you felt like I'm doing the right thing. But unfortunately, it backfired. A choice you made, Leo, has backfired. Okay. And now the universe is telling you it's time for you to go back to the drawing board. Okay. Go back to the drawing board, go back to what went wrong, and release the burden, release the secret, release the vulnerability. Start saying no. Stop saying yes, start saying no. Okay. And acknowledge that something out here needs to be changed. Okay. So that's what I have for you.